Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Games from Almost in Full Color, bringing you a review on a game that I actually probably would have never played if we didn't start this channel. It's a game that kind of I didn't think was my thing, and it probably was a game that I would just overlook on the PlayStation Store and look for something else that is a little more to my liking, I guess is a good way to put it. But since we're out here doing a lot of games and doing a lot of reviews, as you might guess, sometimes costs can get a little out of hand. And I don't have a lot of money to just buy any game out there just to be able to put up some content. So I decided, well, how about I go check out some of the cheap games that's on the PlayStation Store and just see, if any of them pique my interest or just something I figured, maybe people might like to see what I thought of it, especially since it's a game, in this case, that I picked that I normally wouldn't play. So it's kind of like I'm really brand new to it and almost pulling myself out of my shell, so to speak. So I came upon Rocketbirds 2 Evolution. So I seen it, and first thing I noticed was, yo, this game's free. Like, you don't have to buy it, you don't have to do anything. So it's the October PlayStation free game of the month. So I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and download it. Let's play it and see how it is, and do a little content on this one and just see how it turns out. See how I end up liking it. And honestly, the game is actually really good. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the game, and I'll highlight the things that I did like and the very, very, very small amount of things that I actually didn't like about this game. So first off, I have to talk about the music. This really isn't my genre of music, but for some reason this music just goes perfect with this game. Wait, let me turn it up for you. See, I don't know what it is about the music, but it makes you feel like a badass. And you're like, I'm ready to shoot some shit up. So there's Pootsky. That's the penguin you're trying to kill. He's leading all the evil penguins. And that's you, hard-boiled chicken, looking like a badass. As you can see, he's still alive. Pootsky's still alive, so you gotta go shoot him. You gotta go kill him. That's pretty much the premise of this whole game. Now, this game is one of those games where you have to use the right analog stick to constantly aim your gun. Now, it's not that bad and you actually get used to it. If you want to shoot straight ahead, though, you can just hit the fire button and he'll shoot straight in front of him. But it's not too much that's right in front of you, and you do want to move the right analog stick to make sure you aim the gun. If you aim at the head, you do get a little more damage. Now, you also get a cell phone in this game. The cell phone actually does come in handy. It works as a mind control device of some sort and allows you to take over enemies and pretty much have them hit switches for you or stuff like that that you can't reach. So it does give you a little element of that in the game. It's not used too often, but it's actually pretty fun, especially when you get the upgraded version. It allows you to make them pretty much explode. So that was good for a laugh when I first seen it. And you can see here kind of what I meant by like the Metroid, Castlevania, even like a Bionic Commando, like type map to it. This is actually the map right here, so you can constantly see where you're at, and you're definitely going to be using this to find rooms that you haven't been into yet. And you're going to want to explore all the rooms on the maps because you never know what hidden guns or treasures you might find, and you're going to need those. And here's what I was talking about earlier about using the phone to mind control enemies. So right now, this is the first stage of it. So you can't make them kill themselves, but you can take them over and make them go do things for you. So you can see here, he has a little conversation with them on the phone. And apparently all their phones have a obey order in them. So after you call them, you can make them do whatever you want. And as you can see here, I had to call him to get him to open this switch that I couldn't get to, which opens the door up here. Now, these rooms right here, it's like little mini boss rooms. Depending on which room it is and what part of the game, these can get hectic. But it's always fun. The music's playing, it keeps you pumped. Like, you actually look forward to these areas. So you can see here, not only am I shooting the guy at the top, I have to worry about penguins coming out through these bottom doors as well. Now, if you're one of those people who love guns, like love a variety of guns, you're definitely going to like this game. You get tons of different guns. Uh, I think I got somewhere around like maybe 10 or 15 different guns during my playthrough. And there was a couple that I missed because I didn't know how to get to them. So I don't even know what those guns do. But they have a crazy variety of guns that's have good instances to be used, and some maybe not so much, but the gun's just beast, so you use it anyway. And here's Pootsky. We finally found him. Matter of fact, you find him on the first stage, so you might think, well, the game can't be that long. Well, there's a trick to it. Some kind of way, Pootsky keeps coming back to life, so you gotta figure out who's bringing him back to life and why. So here's one of those instances I was talking about that has like a little funny banner to it, and it's like I guess a bad comedy that actually works. So here, you listen to it and be the judge.
Why won't you stay dead?
That's my little secret. What are you going to do? Kill me? The space owls will just bring me back to life again. I just told you my secret.
Space owls, huh? I'll be putting a stop to that. Any last words?
Why me?
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That wasn't laugh out loud hilarious, but it's pretty funny. I mean, it made me chuckle. Now, another thing you do in this game, you get disguises. So, in this case, you dress up as one of the boss penguins, and you get to walk past enemies. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, you can still attack if you want, but you don't have to, because they won't attack you. Sometimes they'll tell you to go back to your post or something like that, and then you can just shoot them in the face. Now, there are parts of the game where you sort of rescue people, and you have to stack them. You put them on top of your shoulders, and you walk them around. These people don't walk by themselves, so it's kind of like escort missions. I never really liked them. This one kind of makes it better. I kind of liken it to Zelda Ocarina of Time. We had to pick up the fish princess or whatever she was inside of Jabba Jabba's mouth. I think that was the fish's name. And you'd have to sit her on switches. That's pretty much what you do with these people. This guy in particular, sometimes he can hardwire switches that you can't get to with a key card. He can just hack them. Now, sometimes you'll get to a spot like this. You can't get past it, and you have to use a bomb. So you have to backtrack, go pick up the bomb, set the bomb there, and then hit the bomb with either a bullet or the little machete, and the bomb will explode, and you'll be able to go through that way. Now, the one issue I had with this was, this game has gore. Blood gets on the walls. Sometimes the blood stains looks like those bomb marks, and I found myself using bombs for no reason countless times. That was kind of frustrating because the bombs don't respawn. Now, the bomb will respawn if it's not a secret room. If you have to use a bomb to advance, the bomb will respawn. So like in this case, it's not a secret room, you just have to go forward. So you have this little bomb machine, and you'll get one bomb at a time. So if you mess up, you come back, hit the switch, get a bomb, and then go back. Honestly, all in all, especially for being the free game of the month, this game's really good. Like, I found myself playing this game for hours and definitely was looking forward to beating it. Beat it in pretty much a day just because I no-lifed it. The game was that good. I don't really have any gripes. I didn't have any issues with it besides one time the game froze up. Well, the game didn't freeze, but it was like it glitched. I went to mind control one person and it just got stuck. I couldn't move, but the game has a lot of checkpoints, so it actually was right at a checkpoint. So I just did a restart at the last checkpoint and got to go ahead and go forward. So that wasn't bad of an issue. I would say that the single player campaign takes maybe around 6, maybe 10 hours to complete. It's nothing long. The game is actually on a Vita as well, so it works perfect if you're like an on-the-go person and just want to play something while you're out and about. It's a great game for that. Obviously, you want to use the Vita with the 2 analog sticks because you need the right analog stick to aim the gun. Now, here's the Mind Jammer. This is like the upgraded version of the Mind Control. This one, not only do you get to take over the person, you get to make them explode after they've done your bidding. That's just perfect. Like, it's the perfect way to top off what you just did. And you'll see right here. Explode. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you want to put that person on a switch and make them stay there, you don't want to use that feature because you have to kill them when you're done with them. So they'll explode and you'll have to redo the whole thing. So if you want them to sit on a switch, you want to use the regular mind control that doesn't have death at the end. Now, if you've been looking at this and saying, man, I really like this game and I want to play with my friends, you can. It supports LAN, so if you have 3 other friends around the house, you can play with them on the same screen. Also, if you're like me, you can also play online. Doesn't seem like online really wants to work for me. Yeah, no one ever accepted my invite to join. So as you guys can see, it doesn't seem like anybody wants me to join the game, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. What the fuck? Who the hell are you?
I guess you can play with yourself now.
What? No.
What?
No. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for me. Okay, so sadly enough, I ended up doing the LAN by myself. I wanted to show off the mode at least a little bit. As you can see, you can pick a character and then you can change their outfits. This is new because you can't do it in the campaign. Hard-boiled chicken wears what hard-boiled chicken wears. But here, you can change up your chicken's outfit however you want. And when you do go through this mode, you will unlock other chickens that you see are locked right now. Another new thing that's added that's not in the story is the ability to buy guns from the gun shop. You can also upgrade guns that you already purchased. Now, like I said, you couldn't do this in the story. You pretty much just got stronger guns as you progress through the story. So this is a nice added effect for people who like to grind and you want to have the best guns going into these missions. Now, this isn't like story mode. You go here and you pretty much select missions as they come available. Once you beat the first mission, the second mission opens up, and so on and so on. And like I said, you can play these missions with up to 4 players, and you can go back and play them as many times as you want. And the more things you do, the more chickens you rescue, so you get to play with different characters. Also, the more gun stores you open up, so you can buy even more crazy, powerful guns. Now, if you're one of those players that likes PvP, this game actually has it. I couldn't really show it off because, again, forever alone, I have no friends. But if you had 2 people with you, well, including you could go ahead and do the dojo. And I guess you fight to the death or something like that. I do know you have to bet $50 to get in. The winner gets all the money. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for Rocketbirds 2. Like I said, I really enjoyed this game and definitely recommend anyone go out. If you have a PlayStation 4, you have a PS Vita, go on to the PlayStation Store and download this game while it's still free for the month of October. You don't have anything to lose, and I guarantee you that you won't regret it. So, thanks again for watching, and hope to see you guys next time. Peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video as always, and please leave comments below to let us know what we can work on or what you might like to see next come out for the channel. Please check down in the description as well. You can see myself and the other content creators' Twitch accounts. Please also look to the left. There's a couple social media accounts that'll keep you up to date with new content coming out on the channel. But as always, please subscribe here and make sure you hit the bell so that you'll be notified when new videos come out.